All right, so Take Over 104, we are back. I have on the line with me Dr. Umar Johnson. Hello, sir.
Peace and love, my brother. Thanks for having me on the show.
No problem, no problem. Actually, we had you on Saturday. We had you on a
yes,
different.
Sir.
Actually, we had
Thanks
you
for having me. You gotta forgive me. I do so many interviews. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
That's all right. All right. I have in the room with me. I have my main man.
Not Mr.
I was gonna say Mr. Kipsby.
Oh,
and my co-host Sticker and the Snicker.
Hi, Dr. Johnson. How are you?
All right.
Good evening, Dr. Johnson.
Peace and love, Queen.
Okay. All right. Second question. This is from Zach Heath. He wants to know, what does he think? What do you think about today's music and the downfall of the youth, if any at all? And
I believe. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
it was just another small part. And they have a responsibility. Any responsibilities as an artist? Do any of these artists
Yes,
have
they do.
responsibilities?
Yes, they do. And I'm tired of black recording artists evading responsibility, talking about they're not role models and parents should raise their own kids. That's a bunch of nonsense. That's a bunch of nonsense because you want people to buy your albums and listen to them so you can get paid. So don't sit here and say parents need to be raising the kids when you're also raising the kids by putting out that despicable music. Now, I do take an issue with black parents, and this is something I'm clearly going to hold parents responsible for, not the community, and that is not policing the music that their children listen to. Black parents let their kids listen to everything. There's no reason a 7, 8-year, 9-year-old kid should be listening to gangster rap. Absolutely not. And I hear the excuses, well, I want my son to understand this and I want my son to understand that. Okay, well, let him listen to a couple songs. But to let him get programmed and indoctrinated with gangster rap by listening to it all the time, there's no way you're going to chalk that up to him simply learning about the world he lives in. That's nonsense. Here's the thing. Gangster rappers didn't create crime. They didn't create self-hatred. They didn't create misogyny. They didn't create mass incarceration. But guess what? They do glamorize it. They do advertise it, and they do promote it. And in so doing, you do contribute to the contextual climate that makes it more easy for those types of behaviors to be committed. There's 4 elements that are present in every single gangster rap song that you hear. I don't care who you listening to. They might have a different style. They might be from a different city. They may come with a different flow. Okay, it may have a different beat, but it's the same 4 elements. And those are conspicuous consumption. Okay, buying things that white people make is more important than anything else in the world. So you got to have the most expensive car, Louis Vuitton, Gucci rags, everything got to be, you got to buy junk, garbage. They worship materialism. So that's number 1, conspicuous consumption. Number 2, misogynistic behavior. Have sex with as many different women as you possibly can, taking no responsibility for them, and they still normally call black women to be with. So there is that misogyny. So you got materialism, misogyny, and then you have extermination. They glamorize killing other black men. They never talk about killing white folks. You never hear that. It's all about killing black folks. The whole rap song. It's all about conflict with other black males. And then the 4th thing is going to jail. They glamorize going to jail. You see? And those are 4 big issues that the black community has that our gangster rappers are advertising, condoning, and promoting. So there's no way you're going to tell me you're not responsible for the current climate of dysfunction in black youth when you are their role models, you are the people they listen to, and you have the greatest influence over them. It's true that when a rapper says, I'm only rapping about my reality. Okay, I can understand that. An artist is supposed to reflect the reality. But guess what? We had poets during the Harlem Renaissance, James Baldwin and Paul Laurence Dunbar and others. They didn't just reflect their reality. They also tried to promote a new reality that they wanted black people to buy into. So yes, you might read some James Baldwin, you might read some Paul Laurence Dunbar where they reflected the negativity of the hood. But then you'll read another poem or another book or another essay where they promote and project a new image for the black community. And that's where the gangster rappers have to be held accountable. They are not promoting and condoning and advertising a more constructive view of the black community.
Okay, all right. Dr. Umar, it's been great. You know what? This whole time, even though today is the last official day that President Obama will be in office, the inauguration is tomorrow for Donald Trump. Real quick, what is? I already know what you feel about Obama. So what do you feel about Trump?
Okay, 3 things that African Americans got to prepare for under Donald Trump. thanks to Barack Obama and thanks to ourselves. When Barack Obama became president of the United States, we were still the priority minority in this country. For 43 presidents, we were the priority minority. Under Donald Trump, for the first time, because Obama's presidency, I consider that a transition period. So I'm going to say for Donald Trump, for the first time, Black America, and you're talking since America has been America since 1776, about almost 250 years now. For the first time in over 250 years, you will no longer be the priority minority. Before presidents had to deal with us, before presidents had to address us, before presidents had to say something for or against black folks, we were the priority minority. We were an issue that presidents had to define themselves against. Not any longer. We allowed Barack Obama to effectively take our agenda off the table forever. So under this presidency, we have to fight to reclaim our priority minority status. We may be an invisible people. Ralph Ellison, again, one of our great writers, he talked about the invisible man, about being there and not being there. Well, during the Trump presidency, black people are going to become the invisible people unless we don't stand up and show out. Number two, under the Donald Trump era, you're also going to see a return of white racist nationalism like you've never seen it before. Okay, civil rights is out the window. Etiquette is out the window. We're going to deal with a lot more racial incidents under Donald Trump. And not because he's promoting it, but because he symbolizes a return to the old white America. Yeah. And because he is the symbol of that, white folks are going to use that as the energy that drives their racist behaviors against black folks. And number three, it's the age of extermination. I really think we have to redefine who we are under the Trump era. If we are as we are now when Donald Trump leaves office, whether it's 4 years or 8 years, I think it would only be a matter of time before black people are completely exterminated. And I hate to say that, but this is a critical period for us. We are at a critical juncture in African history. We are at a point of no return where either we're going to stand up and do for self or we're going to go quietly to the cemetery as an entire people.
Okay. Before we get up out of here, plug the book. Where can they find your book? How can anybody that
Psychoacademic Holocaust, Special Education, and ADHD Wars Against Black Boys. If anybody needs the book, they can email me, and I will send them a link to purchase it, and I will mail it out. Again, drumarjohnson.com or drumarjohnson@yahoo.com. You can also text me, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. If you want the book, I will send you a link to pay for the book, and I will ship it on out to you. So that's not an issue there. Do not buy my book off of Amazon. Do not buy my book off of Amazon. Do not buy my book off of Amazon. I was in Raleigh, Durham the other night, and I found 2 bootleg books. I found 2 bootleg versions of my book. I found a couple in Memphis. Somebody is bootlegging my book. We're trying to find out who that person is.
Wow.
But please don't buy it offline, because not only are they charging you more, it's not even the real book. So please buy directly from me. I'm self-published.
Wow.
So there's no other way to get my book. If you didn't get it from me, it's automatically a counterfeit because I'm a self-published author.
Wow. Okay. All right. Any closing remarks for you guys?
I'm going to remember this interview, and I'm going to remember this interview not only because I think it was a good one, and I think it started kind of testy, but it ended up extremely positive. It's the last interview that I'm doing under the Barack Obama administration. So you guys need to make a mark of this. I'm gonna make a. No, I'm serious. This is
historic.
To some extent, it's historical, and it's very relevant for me in my personal history, because until you said that, I didn't even realize it. But this is the last radio interview that I'll do under the Obama administration, so I won't forget this night.
Well, I'm glad you shared it with us.
Certainly.
Indeed.
And please send me a link so I can put it on, promote it on my social network pages and let everybody know that this was Dr. Umar's last interview with the Obama administration. I'm sure it's going to be widely listened to for no other reason than that. But of course, it was a great dialogue as well.
I would chop it up and probably put it in SoundCloud and send you the link.
Sure.
All right, it's time to go. It's 10 o'clock. Big time shows coming up next. Dr. Umar Johnson, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
Anytime.
thank you.
Take care, family. You too, love. Love you, sister. Y'all be safe.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, we up out of here. We are up out of here. It's been a hell of a day. Hell of a ride.
Oh, yeah.
It has been very interesting.
Yeah. And, I was like, we missed a whole half an hour?
Yeah.
I don't like people being late now, Umar. I don't like nobody being late.
Don't drop the doctor like you just know him like that now, right?
And he came with it.
But he came. He showed up and showed out, so that's for sure.
Came with it. We
definitely enjoyed that interview. All right, we up out of here. We will see you tomorrow.
Yes, we will see you tomorrow Let them know.
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Plug.
He ain't say nothing this time.
Yeah, really.
He ain't say nothing this time.
Didn't say anything. I'm still in that Umar zone. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Check me out, Kerry Digsby, Urban Times Magazine, www.urbantymes.com. And also check out my personal website for motivational tidbits, positive speaking, positive words in your spirit. It's www.careydigsby.com. And thank you, Power 104.
Stop.
Holiday.
Stop it.
Snicker. I made a new friend.
Friends.
Again, man, you're